Robert Wagner has long been known as one of Hollywood's most enduring stars, with a career that has lasted over 70 years. He's been part of scandals, marriages, and mysteries, but one subject he almost never talks about is his family, especially his daughter. Now at 95, Wagner remains silent about many things, and that silence has only fueled public curiosity. In 2012, something serious happened involving his daughter, the police, and drugs. Wagner quietly paid her bail and stayed out of sight. People still wonder what truly happened that year, and why he continues to keep it private. Robert John Wagner was born on February 10, 1930, in Detroit, Michigan, during the Great Depression. His family didn't have much money. His father worked as a traveling salesman for Ford Motor Company and earned about $5,000 a year, which wasn't enough at the time. His mother had once worked as a telephone operator, but after marriage, she stayed home. Life was tough, and the family often moved from one small apartment to another. The constant financial stress led to frequent arguments between his parents, and young Robert sometimes hid under his bed to avoid the noise. By the time he was 7, the Wagners had already moved 5 times. He made up his mind early that he didn't want to stay poor forever. In 1937, his parents decided to move to California, hoping for better health for his mother and better opportunities for everyone. Life did improve a bit. His father started earning more, and Robert was sent to a private school called the Harvard School for Boys. The tuition was expensive, but his parents made sacrifices to afford it. Robert wasn't a great student, but he loved sports, especially golf. He practiced for hours, and by age 10, he could score under 80. He dreamed of becoming a professional golfer like his idol, Sam Snead. By his mid-teens, he was competing in amateur tournaments and even winning against adults. But one job would change his life forever. As a caddy at a country club in Beverly Hills, he met many movie stars like Clark Gable and Randolph Scott. Clark Gable once gave him a $5 tip and told him to keep your feet on the ground. That simple advice stuck with him. Around that time, Wagner started to imagine himself becoming an actor. School didn't go smoothly, though. Between 1942 and 1947, he was expelled from several military schools for pranks, fighting, and skipping classes. At one school, he caused a prank that destroyed property worth $500, which would be thousands today. He was rebellious but charming, a boy trying to find his place in the world. To earn money, he worked many small jobs. He was a caddy again, a dishwasher, a horse groomer, and even worked for his father in a steel plant. Those jobs were hard, but they pushed him to chase a better life. Everything changed in 1950 when he was spotted by a Hollywood agent named Henry Wilson. That same year, he landed a small role in the movie The Happy Years. He earned only $75 but was thrilled to be in front of the camera. His next big break came in The Frogman, 1951, where he played a Navy officer. During filming, he almost drowned in a diving scene but was saved by a co-star. The movie became a hit and helped launch his career. Over the next few years, Wagner took on more challenging roles. In With a Song in My Heart, 1952, he played a soldier struggling with trauma, which touched audiences deeply. By 1954, he was starring alongside Spencer Tracy in Broken Lance. Filming was intense, temperatures reached 110 degrees, and Wagner even fainted from the heat. Spencer Tracy mentored him harshly, sometimes slapping him during scenes to get real emotion. But the film was a success and won awards, making Wagner a rising star. In 1956, he played a killer in A Kiss Before Dying. To prepare, he studied real criminals and worked hard to make the character believable. Around the same time, he filmed The Mountain in the French Alps, where an avalanche buried him for almost an hour. He suffered frostbite but survived. His dedication was undeniable. By the late 1950s, Wagner had become one of Hollywood's most popular young actors. But fame brought pressure. While filming The True Story of Jesse James in 1957, he suffered broken ribs during a stunt gone wrong. The film made him famous, but he was haunted by nightmares from the violent scenes. In 1960, his career took another turn when he starred in All the Fine Young Cannibals with Natalie Wood. The chemistry between them wasn't just on screen, they had fallen in love in real life. The couple married on December 28, 1957, and for a while, they were Hollywood's dream couple. But their marriage was filled with tension and jealousy, and they divorced in 1962 after Natalie reportedly caught him in a compromising situation. Wagner continued acting in films like The War Lover and The Pink Panther, working with stars like Steve McQueen and Peter Sellers. The Pink Panther made him even more famous for his smooth and humorous acting. Later, he moved to television with the hit series It Takes a Thief in 1968. His character, Alexander Mundy, a charming thief-turned-spy, became a fan favorite. In the 1970s, he starred in Switch and Heart to Heart, shows that reached millions of viewers worldwide. Heart to Heart, in particular, made him an international star again. He played Jonathan Hart, a millionaire who solved crimes with his wife. Audiences loved the romance and glamour, and the show aired for 5 years in over 80 countries. But off-screen, Wagner's life was filled with both love and tragedy. After divorcing Natalie, he married actress Marion Marshall in 1963. They had a daughter, Katie, in 1964, but the marriage ended in 1971. Not long after, Wagner and Natalie reunited. They remarried in 1972 and had a daughter, Courtney, in 1974. It seemed like a second chance for both of them. Everything changed on November 29, 1981. Natalie drowned while the couple was vacationing on their yacht near Catalina Island. Actor Christopher Walken was also on board that night. Witnesses said there had been an argument between Wagner and Natalie before she disappeared. Her death was ruled an accident, but questions never stopped. Wagner was devastated. He had to raise 3 girls alone, Courtney, their daughter together, Natasha, Natalie's daughter from a previous marriage, and Katie, his daughter from Marion. Friends said he tried to be both mother and father to them. Despite his silence about the night Natalie died, he did his best to create a stable home. Years later, new investigations reopened Natalie's case. In 2018, police named Wagner a person of interest. In 2025, detectives reportedly found new evidence that revived old rumors about him. Still, he refused to comment publicly. After Natalie's death, Wagner found comfort in actress Jill St. John. They had known each other since the 1950s but didn't start dating until 1982. She helped him heal, and they married in 1990. They've been together ever since, living quietly in Aspen and working with charities. Even so, rumors continue that their relationship may have started before Natalie's death. In interviews, Wagner has admitted that Natalie's death broke him completely. He once said he smashed a wine bottle during an argument with Christopher Walken that night, and that was the last time he saw Natalie alive. For years, he blamed himself and struggled with depression. He said he thought about ending his own life but chose instead to focus on raising his children. In 2008, Wagner wrote a book called Pieces of My Heart where he shared his version of events. He described his life in detail, from his childhood to the golden years of Hollywood to the pain of losing Natalie. He also said therapy helped him survive. He attended hundreds of sessions over the years. His daughter Courtney faced her own battles. In 2012, police arrived at her Malibu home after neighbors reported gunshots and shouting. She was arrested for drug possession after heroin and cocaine were found, but no charges were filed. Wagner quietly helped her get into rehab. In 2021, Natalie's sister Lana wrote a book claiming Wagner had hit Natalie during a drunken fight on the night she died. She said he knocked her out and placed her in the water. She also pointed to bruises found in Natalie's autopsy report. That same year, the coroner officially changed Natalie's cause of death to suspicious. Wagner didn't respond to these claims and refused further police interviews. Money troubles came and went over the years too. In 1980, Wagner and Natalie had sued producers over profits from Charlie's Angels, claiming they were cheated out of millions. The legal fights continued for years before being quietly settled. Even at his advanced age, Robert Wagner has remained active. Between 2010 and 2019, he appeared on the TV show NCIS as Anthony DiNozzo Sr., a charming and caring father figure. Fans loved him, and he became popular with a whole new generation. In recent years, Wagner has also stayed connected with fans online. On his 95th birthday in February 2025, he shared a photo with his granddaughter, Clover, and wrote a touching caption about remembering Natalie. His posts often show family gatherings, smiles, and moments that echo both joy and loss. After Natalie's death, Wagner started the Natalie Wood Memorial Fund in 1982 to promote drowning prevention. The fund has raised over $1.5 million, trained hundreds of lifeguards, and saved many lives. Every year on July 20th, Natalie's birthday, they hold an event to honor her memory. In 2025, 12 children who were rescued from drowning were recognized at the gala. Some critics say the fund helps Wagner's public image, but others see it as a genuine act of love. Even now, the mystery surrounding Natalie Wood's death continues to follow Wagner. Over the years, he has spoken about her only in small ways, always with sadness and regret. He says he cries for her every night and denies ever hurting her. Some believe him, others don't. His long life has been filled with highs and lows, fame and tragedy. He's been a golf-loving boy from Detroit, a young Hollywood heartthrob, a TV star, and a man haunted by loss. Through it all, Robert Wagner remains a symbol of old Hollywood, glamorous, complex, and deeply human. At 95, he still visits Natalie's grave every week, quietly keeping a promise that love and guilt have never let him forget.